Welcome back. With us is entrepreneur and owner of GetMaineLobster.com, Mark Murrell. Today it's all about bad customers. Have you been a bad customer? Tweet with me at Gail Casper Fans. And Odd Squad, I have got some different scenarios for you. I want you to think, what do we need to do with some of these customer situations? So let's start off with the customer who looks down upon you and berates you. Brad, I'm going to start out with you. What do you do with them?
Hey, I put them up on a pedestal and I say, thank you for putting me in my place, man. Making it realistic, making it life. I don't know, that's life, If you have a job where you have to deal with the public, you have to deal with the public. That's life.
I know. Rachel.
I would go the opposite route. I would make them just as uncomfortable as they make me. So I would be a little bit creepy and say like, oh yeah, like you call me an idiot real good, like my husband, like you want my phone number? It's on a billboard.
So you try to suck them in.
Just give it back. It's about reciprocation.
Mark, the expert, this is what we really want to know today. What do we do?
I take a little bit of a different approach. I kind of let them vent,
Okay.
let them say whatever they want, swear, whatever they need to do to get off their chest. And then once they're all done, I just ask them if they're done and say, hey, listen, I have a solution.
Wow, how much weed do you smoke? Man, you are so mellow, dude. I mean, it's like, yeah, just give it to me, man. I'll
You can
take
take
it.
it. That's what made him successful, though.
That is
That's what works
professional.
A
for
lot of
him.
experience.
Yeah.
So, I ship lobster, so it's perishable. A lobster dies, somebody's gonna
Not be happy
let me
about
know.
it.
Yeah, so you have to relax and.
All right,
them
next
do their
one.
thing.
Customer eats an entire meal and then refuses to pay.
I'm Jewish, man. This is our code of ethics. This is what we do. I mean, this is my parents every night they go out to dinner. Norma, this is horrible. You try it. And then they eat it, and then there's maybe a bite left, and we got to send this back. That's life.
That's horrible. That's awful.
That is awful.
Rachel.
I thought that was kind of off the chain. Like there's certain situations that works in, like if I go to a bar and I drink a whole lot of beer and I don't feel drunk at all, I feel like I could complain about that to the manager. But with the food, I don't know. I thought it was a little bit crazy personally.
I know, especially it's like you should always have something to return. If there's nothing to return, then you can't get your money back. Mark.
I think fortunately that doesn't happen as often as some might think. But there's people out there like that. It's a small percent. I think it's a case by case. It's happened to us where somebody said I hated it, and I said, what I try to do is say, well, in the future, I'll add something to your order. So I get them to buy again, and so that we don't take a loss, because the one thing you're worried about is taking a loss for your business. You don't want that to happen.
That could be taken the other way though. In the future, I'll add something to your order.
Yeah,
A little
exactly.
special for you.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, how about the customer that says, I never received the package that they signed for. So I didn't get it. Is that your signature? Yeah, but I get the package. Right.
I mean, you're busted, dude. You're busted. You wrote it down. You were busted. That's one of those things like when you're a kid and your parents are like, were you partying like this guy? Were you smoking some weed? And you're like, no, I wasn't. Then why are your eyes red? I don't know, man. I did it. Okay, I did it. You gotta just admit to it. You did it.
Yeah.
I would put something absurd in their package the next time, like a Cocker Spaniel, so that way they're ultimately going to
dog.
complain.
She's a big dog person. She never
Not a
wants
dog.
A fake Cocker Spaniel. And then they're going to call and complain, and then they got the package.
Right. Send him the wrong thing. Okay, Mark.
That's a tough one. That happens to me a lot.
As they're eating lobster.
Right.
Yeah, I never got that package.
Right.
Their mouth's full. I didn't get anything.
Exactly.
Luckily, with technology, everything's pretty traceable. And you can just say, hey, we got proof. If your name is not X, even though it is, because you're talking to me on the phone,
Yeah.
we have a problem here. You
Okay.
know? And yeah, that's a tough one.
Okay. All right. So, would you ever fire a customer? Have you ever been fired as a customer? I was fired from my gynecologist. I know it's a long story. Would you ever fire a customer?
I have.
Okay.
I had a customer in Long Island who constantly wanted to haggle with me over the phone about product that he can get down the street and at a better rate. And I said, well, why do you call me? He's like, well, I want to buy from you. And I said, well, I can't. I got to ship it to you. You can just walk down the street and pick it up.
Yeah.
I can't beat it. Eventually, after a few months of 30-minute phone calls, once or twice a week, I said, I can't have you as a customer. It's not going to work out.
Oh,
And that was
it's
it.
horrible. That's the worst relationship to break.
That's
Yeah.
great, though.
Yeah.
I love it. Did that feel good? Did it feel good?
Yeah, it
Were you
did
able
feel
to
good.
curse at him
It
after
did
you
feel
let him
good.
go? Do you let out
Yeah.
all that you kept in?
Yeah,
All right,
you always
great
got to pause
information
before
here.
you
Great
swear.
information. You got lots of choices for everybody. When we come back, pass or fail with Gail.